Hey YouTubers, it's Crystal and happy Friday everyone. I am week 20 uh week 20 day 4, I think. I'm either day 4 or day 5. I never know if I should count. I don't know, but I'm 20 weeks, let's just say that. And then on Monday I'll be 21 weeks. And I wanted to do a really quick video today because I wanted to talk about how can I put this? I wanted to talk about tracing your roots. For the past couple of years, I've been wanting to do a DNA test to find out, exactly what part of Africa my ancestors came from, what tribes they came from, what my DNA composition is. So about a little over a month ago, I ordered a DNA kit from Ancestry.com. I think I placed a rush order on it and got it within like 2 days. I gave them my DNA sample, mailed it back off, and they just emailed my results to me today. And my husband, he doesn't really get it. You guys know that my husband, his mother is from Egypt. She's Egyptian from Egypt, and his dad is Israeli. So he's Jewish. He knows, he knows where his ancestors came from or what his ethnic background is. What he knows all of that. So he really doesn't get it when I tell him how he didn't get how important it was for me to know those same things, especially since I'm having a child. I know I've been wanting to do this for years, but since I found out that I was pregnant, it has really been something that I'm like, okay, I really, really need to do this because I want to be able to tell my son, this is what your father is, this is what your mother is. Not that it really matters, but it does matter, if you guys know what I mean. I want him to have I want him to have a cultural identity. So anyways, got the test, got the results today. So let me read you guys what the results are. I was actually quite shocked. I was not expecting most of the results that came in for it to be what it is. But anyways, so total, I'm 79% African and 17% total European and 3% Asian and then 1% Pacific Islander. If I'm not mistaken, that should add up to 100. 79 plus 17. Yeah, I think that adds up to 100. I'm not the math queen here. So 79% African, 17% European, 3% Asian, 1% Pacific Islander, excuse me. So, and it breaks it down. I love Ancestry.com. I'm so glad that I ordered it through them. I know that there are other companies who do this, but I'm really glad I ordered it through Ancestry.com. So the breakdown from 79% African, I am 37% Ivory Coast, 19% Cameroon, 8% Senegal, and 6% Nigerian. And that makes up my 79% African composition, which is so awesome. I think I almost cried when I read that because it's like, finally, I know where my ancestors came from. Finally. And for the 17% European, I'm 6% West European, and I forgot what they said that could all include specifically. I didn't write that down. I have this all in my email, but I'm not reading it from my email. I'm reading it from, I actually posted it on Facebook because my family wants to know. Anyways, so 6% West European, 5% Iberian Peninsula, which they said is Spain, 3% Great Britain, 1% European Jewish, 1% Scandinavian, and 1% Greek. I really don't know why they even include the 1%. I mean, because it's only 1%. It's such a small percentage, but I guess they have to because that's what makes me 17% European. 3% Asian. I am total just 3% South Asian. So wherever my ancestors came from, wherever the Asian line came from, it's only South Asian. And then I'm 1% Pacific Islander, which is more specifically, they said Polynesian. So those are my results. And I wanted to read them to you guys because I really feel like me being a first time mommy, me I really need to know who I am, and I'm not saying that who I am is based off of my race or my DNA, but I think it's just really, really important that I have some kind of identity. And some people think it's a big deal to find out, some people don't, and I totally, totally understand. And the thing with Ancestry.com, a lot of other places, they just trace it, I believe, using your mother's DNA. But with Ancestry, this is a combination of my mom and my dad's. So I'm not exactly sure what percentage of this comes from my mom, what percentage of this comes from my dad. I don't know, but it really doesn't matter. They're both my mom and dad. Also, what Ancestry.com does is once they have your results, they upload it into their database and they match it with every single person who has a DNA match that also did the test in Ancestry.com. They go as far back as your eighth cousin. And it was so interesting. As soon as I got my results back, what they do is they email the people who have the same DNA match. They send them an email saying, someone has a DNA match, and they are your second cousin or whatever. They can go by, I mean, it's crazy. So this one lady emailed me and she was like, hey, we're second cousins. I just saw that we're DNA match and it says that we're second cousins. So I checked it out and I'm like, is she sure she knows what she's talking about? And she had her name there. So I asked my dad, I was like, Dad, this lady's saying I'm like her second or third cousin. And I told him the name. I was like, do you know who that is? And she's saying we're DNA match and it did say that we were a DNA match. My dad was like, oh my gosh, that's my uncle. He didn't say, oh my gosh. He was like, yeah, that's my uncle's, your great uncle's daughter. He was like, we have not seen her or heard from her since 1980. I had ran into her on a bus in Chicago back in 1980, and that was the last time any of us have ever talked to her. And he was like, yeah, that's accurate because she would be your third cousin. I was like, okay, so that it definitely has some validity. And I also emailed a couple other people that said, this is your third cousin, your second cousin. My mom has no idea who these people are. I don't know. I don't have any idea who these people are. So it's going to be interesting because some of them, not all of them, some of them do live in San Antonio. A lot of them are just spread throughout the country. So I'm going to see if maybe we can meet up because we're cousins. Yeah, not much. Okay, so that had nothing to do with my pregnancy. Well, it kind of did, but kind of didn't. Just wanted to give you guys that video. Pregnancy is going well. I'm like exhausted as hell. I felt the baby move. I don't know if they're gas bubbles or kicks. I'm thinking they're kicks or punches because it's like a flutter feeling. And I really feel it like when I'm smelling food. My baby's going to be a food addict like me. I can already tell. And still don't have a name yet for the baby, but when I do have one, of course, you guys know, I will most definitely let you know. So that's everything I had to talk about. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday. I probably won't be back on here until, oh yeah, tomorrow I'm getting a 3D, 4D sonogram done. Yay! I'll get to like really see the baby's features, even though they suggest like waiting until later on in your pregnancy. I don't want to see the baby later on in my pregnancy like that because then I'll really know what he looks like. I mean, he's still not completely, like his facial features haven't completely formed, but they formed enough to where it'll be great to see him in 3D and 4D tomorrow. My entire family's going to be there and it's just going to be really, I can't wait. So that's all I have to say. I'll talk to you guys later. Maybe I'll put some pictures of the 3D, 4D sonogram once I get them tomorrow afterwards. So don't check tomorrow, like tomorrow evening, and the picture should be up. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.